Well, a 6-year-old girl is paralyzed after her neighbor fired a gun into a wall and she was hit by a bullet. Now she and her family need help after their lives have changed dramatically. 8 News Now investigator Vanessa Murphy has this story you'll only see here.
This is Draya Ransey living life like any kid.
You having fun?
Laughing, playing, running. In an instant, life changed.
We heard a loud bang and a drop.
This was in November of last year. Draya Ransey and her kids were home at their Las Vegas apartment. Draya was in the bathroom when their neighbor, Arian Willoughby, fired a gun through the wall. Draya's 7-year-old brother found her on the floor.
And she looked at me. And she just kept saying, Papa.
They didn't know Draya was shot until a doctor told them at the hospital.
I couldn't breathe. There was no air in me.
My wife called me, like, this phone call was like, I felt like I was in a horror movie.
Willoughby was arrested. The parents would learn the bullet he fired left their daughter paralyzed.
You gonna put it in the box?
They'd stay by her side in 2 different hospitals for about 5 months, and she'd return home in a wheelchair.
Welcome home.
They relocated to Utah for the medical care Draya needs.
My baby should not be in a wheelchair. My baby should not have a feeding tube in her stomach. My baby should not have to get hooked up to 3 different machines Monday through Sunday. She should not be wearing a diaper.
The tragedy is one that struck a chord with longtime prosecutor Dina Renetti.
And when you read a case and you hear that a child's spine's been severed, it kind of makes you stop reading for a second because those are life-changing injuries.
A judge handed Willoughby a 4 to 11-year prison sentence in March. While the criminal case is over, Renetti's role isn't.
It's heartbreaking because you think of the what-ifs and how her life and so many others' lives could be different if we could go back in time. But unfortunately, we can't. And so we have to look forward.
And she's trying to do that by helping to get the family what they need, from customized medical equipment like a new wheelchair and bed to a wheelchair-accessible van. Right now, the family relies on public transportation and Uber.
It's definitely overwhelming. Like last month alone, she had 27 appointments.
Dad Gregory Harris works security while Mom Portia cares for Draya and her siblings. Just this week, they say they found a van. They're trying to come up with the money for it.
It's like, okay, we got to do it. We got to get it done. Let's do it.
While doctors tell them Draya will never walk again, they are still holding on to hope.
And sometimes she'll say, like, Mommy, I want to walk now. And then I have to tell her, you will, baby.
We believe in God, and
we believe that all things are possible, and we know for sure that she is going to walk again.
They say they turn to prayer as they face these new challenges, and they stay strong like Draya.
You know, we in this together to the end, no matter what.
Vanessa Murphy, 8 News Now.
Draya's siblings are struggling to process the trauma. In fact, they're still scared to use the bathroom since that's where Draya was shot. Right now, a wheelchair-accessible van is on hold for that family, but they need $30,000 to pay for it. So we have a link to their GoFundMe at 8newsnow.com.